Well, Fortress Edgbaston has been well and truly breached by the Aussies. Mitch, impressive clinical display on the last day, wasn't it?
Well, who would have thought coming into this Test match, the first of the series, we couldn't have imagined the Australian team winning this. So you normally see like Cardiff being on the first Test of the series, a similar type of wicket where it's slow and all those kind of things. But I think this pitch here turned a lot more than what Cardiff did. 09 sort of brings back a few memories of England drawing that game, batting 10 overs, Anderson and I think it was Panesar, Monty Panesar. So yeah, that sort of brought some memories back. But I think Australia, what they did through this Test match is they won some key moments. That performance where, you know, England were 122 for 8. We keep harping on it, but I think that is a real key moment in this Test match, and Australia were able to capitalise on that. And I think even the part where England had a bit of a lead in the second, coming into the second innings, they could have really stretched that lead. They had that opportunity again, but Australia they stuck with it. They kept patient. It was a really, really good performance. And then Nathan Lyon came to his own. He actually just told me before that he copped a little bit of stick last night walking down the shops, and a couple of Englishmen fans out there were giving him a bit of stick about he's got to be the man tomorrow to get the job done, and the pressure's all on you. And he was able to step up and prove today that he's one of the best spinners going around, if not the best off spinner. And
at the other end, I mean, you had Peter Siddle building up pressure absolutely beautifully, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought his performance throughout this whole test match was outstanding. He came in at times when the ball is flat and soft and there's not much happening, and that's the job that he does. He's done for Australia for such a long time. He came in and played a great innings with the bat, and such an important innings. He'll look back at that in the history of the game, and you say it was Peter Siddle and Steve Smith with that amazing performance at the back end, because they were in real strife. So for me, I was really impressed with him, and this morning he came out with plenty of energy and he bowled well. He was doing enough with the ball. He got a lot of plays and misses. So yeah, I think the experienced head of Peter Siddle, the time that he's spent over here has been really important, and it showed today.
And of course we can't not mention Steve Smith at some point really in this test. He's just dominated it, hasn't he?
He has. How do you get him out? That's been the question the whole Test match. I think England have scars. They have massive scars from previous Ashes tours, not just this one. I think this is really going to hurt them now. I think luckily for them, the England team, that they have a bit of time in between to regroup, think of some new strategies. Yes, they were a man down with Jimmy Anderson. They were a spin bowler down as well, with Moeen Ali not being at his best. So a lot to think about. I think was it Leach? I think they're talking about a left arm, Jack Leach, an off spinner. He actually played at Wanneroo, WA, my cricket club there. So I've seen a little bit of him, but I haven't really seen that much. I know that the statistics say that Steve Smith struggles against left arm spin, so that's something that'll be pushed forward, I'm sure, from the England camp. I think also Jofra Archer is someone who's got that extra bit of pace. It could trouble that top order of Australia. It could trouble Steve Smith on a bouncier, probably faster pitch at Lords.
If it is bouncier and faster, I guess we'll find out.
Well, it'll be definitely faster and bouncier than that. That was a pretty slow pitch.
Yeah, it was pretty slow. They had that rain beforehand, which probably didn't help. So you talk about maybe those changes for England. What about Australia? They've got a couple of pretty decent players, particularly bowlers, fast bowlers, sort of sitting in the dressing room. Do they make any changes for Lords, do you think?
How do you change a winning side? It was so dominant in the end, and to bowl England out for 146, I think it was. That was at the score in the end. It was pretty low. So to be able to do that, the bowling performance today was outstanding. Cummins, outstanding. I think Pattinson did an exceptional job as well. I don't think he was at his best, but it's his first time in a while in a Test match. The nerves were definitely there. But yeah, what do? It's Mitchell Starc. I think at Lords you have to pick him, because of the slope, I think you need someone with that left arm. I mean, we spoke about this earlier in the test match, missing a left armour, but I think at Lords, with the slope, it's something different. He can swing the ball, he can use his pace, the pitch will suit him more. So it's going to be a tough question. I think it's Pattinson for me. If you have to make a change, it has to be Pattinson. I don't think you can change anyone else. It's a really tough decision. It's be something that I know that the tour match is going to be a big one for Stark and Hazelwood. They'll come out firing. You watch them. Stark will be bowling 150s. Hazelwood's been bowling well in the nets here. Those guys are quite relaxed, but they're determined. They want to play. They want to be in this Ashes series. They want to be involved, and they've got the figures to back them up. I wouldn't like to be a selector.
Well, you can just come and talk about it with me afterwards. So make sure you stay in touch with ESPN Cricinfo, because we will be there at Lords and for all the build-up.